Is this decision down to football or is it down to money?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it makes sense for Mo Salah. It also makes sense for Liverpool. If you go back to last April, he signed a new contract, 2-year contract, which would take him to the summer of 2027. Now, he's said to be the highest paid player in the history of Liverpool. There are reports that he earns between £350,000 and £400,000. Now, last season, he had an incredible season, scored something like 28, 29 goals. Liverpool won the title. He hasn't hit those peaks this season, but then again, nor have his teammates. So I think from a purely financial point of view, Liverpool will be looking at this and thinking he's going to be 34 in June. Do we really want to carry on paying him that kind of money next season as well? And from his own point of view, perhaps he's thinking, I've completed football at Liverpool. I've won everything there is to win. Maybe now is the right time for a change. That's why I think it has something to do with football, something to do with money, but I think ultimately it's the right decision for both parties.
Kaveh, where next?
I think everyone is presuming that he's going to go to Saudi Arabia. Why? Well, we know Al-Ittihad in 2023 made a verbal offer of £150 million for him. We know that the Saudi Arabian sports minister has said that it would be a dream to have the greatest Arab player of all time playing in the Saudi Pro League. We know that everybody in football accepts the fact that one day Mo Salah will go and play in Saudi Arabia. But we do not know for sure that it is going to be this summer. Nothing has been agreed. Nothing has been signed. I can tell you tonight for a fact there'll be multiple clubs in Saudi Arabia who will be absolutely desperate to sign Mo Salah, especially because he will be a free agent. But I can also tell you for a fact that there will be clubs in America who want to sign him. There will be clubs all across Europe who will want to sign him. There are clubs in the Premier League who want to sign him as well. When it comes to the Premier League, I think it will be complicated because will he want to play for another Premier League club? OK, he's played for Chelsea in the past, but after what he's achieved at Liverpool, will he want to play for another Premier League club? But I think if he does, there will be options for him, because I know for a fact that in the past, not too far in the past as well, other Premier League clubs have held talks about signing him, especially when it looked like it was almost nailed on that he wasn't going to get a new contract at Liverpool and he was going to leave Anfield last summer.
Look, I understand Liverpool getting his huge wages off the wage bill, but you just said there was an offer, a verbal offer of £150 million on the table. So there might not be that much, but there might be 100 plus, which Liverpool are giving up. Is that not crazy?
I don't think you would get £100 million for a player who's 34. Everybody I speak to in Saudi Arabia tells me we are not going to be paying transfer fees at that level. And also, Saudi Arabia is not going to become a retirement home for players who pass their sell-by date. So I don't think it's realistic to think that anybody was going to pay £100 million for him this summer, and Liverpool are being foolish by letting him leave for nothing. Now, you are completely right that in 2023, Al-Ittihad made a verbal offer of £150 million. Now, did Liverpool do the right thing by turning that down? Well, if you ask Liverpool fans, they will say, yes, of course we made the right decision, because last season he scored 28 goals and we won the title, and we wouldn't have won that title if we'd sold him to Al-Ittihad.
Do you think it's unconditional?
You are a scapegoat. I'm being thrown under the bus. So this decision for him to leave hasn't come out of the blue. We know there have been issues behind the scenes. The issues have had to do with how much he wants to play, how desperate he is to play as much as possible for Liverpool, and also to do with his contract. Because when you're a player as good as he is, when you're earning the kind of money that he's earning, contract negotiations are going to be difficult. They are going to be complicated, especially when clubs in Saudi Arabia are interested in signing you as well.
Mohamed Salah is set to leave Liverpool at the end of the 2025-26 season, with his next club revealed as a powerhouse in the Saudi Pro League, most likely Al-Ittihad. The Egyptian icon, who signed a 2-year contract extension last April keeping him at Anfield until summer 2027, has seen his future shift dramatically amid a disappointing campaign marked by reduced goal output, loss of confidence under Arne Slot, and reported tensions including a public rant after a draw with Leeds in December. Liverpool are increasingly open to selling the 33-year-old this summer to avoid losing him on a free transfer next year, despite his hefty £400,000 plus weekly wages. Sources indicate the club views a cash-in as pragmatic given the regression in form and the need for squad refresh, with massive summer spending failing to deliver expected improvement. Salah's agent has held talks with Saudi clubs, and Al-Ittihad has emerged as the front-runner, viewing him as the ideal replacement for Karim Benzema and a new face to elevate the league alongside stars like Cristiano Ronaldo. A formal offer is anticipated, potentially worth enormous money, including ambassadorial roles and club stakes. Reasons for the exit include Salah's struggles adapting to Slot's system, fewer starts at times, fixture congestion impacts, and the desire for a lucrative final big payday while still at a high level. European options like Serie A or MLS have been mentioned, but Saudi remains the clear favorite due to financial incentives and openness from both sides. Fans are heartbroken at the end of an era that brought glory, trophies, and record-breaking moments since 2017, yet many accept the move as inevitable. The departure would mark a seismic change at Anfield, forcing Liverpool into major recruitment. Please like and subscribe.